catch up. I'm just doing an update on stuff that's going on, man. And this is some of this is breaking news. You gotta watch where you're traveling at. Thought I had everything together. Oh, there's my cigar too. Yeah. Man, what's up, people? The levee already broke. A total of 5 levees have broke. So the problem is, 1978. Hello, LOL, and Larry Q1951. Howdy. How's it going, Larry? Let's see, get the let out. Yeah. Well, it's a cover. We'll see what they do with copyright, but I could care less. Let them ban me in every country. I'm Cherokee, man. I'm used to being hated. Check this out. We have a problem. Okay. The next 7 days, this is not going to stop. It's only going to continue to get worse. So, Stanley Simpson, what's happened? Well, I'll tell you. They've had a few levees breach, and I'll show where, because the news media seems to act like everybody knows where everything's at. You know what I mean? They want to say, oh, it was near this township. They'll use little words like a township and like a whatever, right? And I'm like, the people that have covered this have done a great job. Let me tell you something. Mike Morales is the one that put this link up and did a video. I went digging and I found 100 more links, and I had to dig through them real deep to find this info. Then I had to use Google Maps and GPS. Eventually I'll give, for the breach itself, I will give GPS coordinates, latitude and longitude before I'm done, because that's how picky I am about doing stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you, like I said, Mike Morales is trying to help people. He's putting stuff out there, but the regular media, they just, oh yeah, that was a dam here, and they show a picture and it's very dramatic, or they show a video, but they don't tell about the mile marker off the highway and this kind of stuff. They don't really tell you really where it's at. I'm in North Carolina. Yeah, there's flooding on the Tennessee side too, so I'm not sure. I like, before I even say that there's flood in Tennessee, you'll have to look that up to see specifically. I know that the Tennessee River flows into, as far as, let's see, let me look at this real quick. Which there's rain everywhere. In the next 7 days it's gonna be rain. So far, here's what we got. We've had multiple deaths in Missouri, Oklahoma, and Iowa. Iowa 29 was messed up, and they had a whole truck stop underwater when I was there. The whole Pilot truck stop was underwater completely. You call them, there's no answer because it's closed, and I put on Trucker Path what's going on with it. Check it out on Trucker Path, I-29, south of Sioux City, Iowa, I think it was. Anyways, there's a Love's truck stop, or was it a Pilot? I think it was a Pilot, completely underwater Pilot. So, they didn't let people know until something like, yeah, all should watch. Yeah, right. Above ground nightly news. Yeah, I watch him. I recommend watching him every Sunday. It's when he does his 16-day forecast for truck drivers, and then all through the week he puts this other stuff up. Everything that I've seen, though, when that levee broke in Arkansas, they didn't give any, as far as I know, it happened at 1 in the morning, and I don't know what kind of warning system went out, but everything on the internet only was posted at 4 in the morning, 3 hours later. So I'm not sure that, what kind of warning those people had, but the Arkansas levee, it's called the Dardanelle, Dardanelle levee. I'll put links up to it. And I'm watching this. I'll catch some comments in a sec. You can make all you want. I just got to read this and get this out. The levee breach was south of I-40, northwest of Little Rock, Arkansas. On I-40 at mile marker 88, you would go south of I-40 on Highway 363. Highway 247 also is the same road. And Arkansas 60 is closed. So also County Road 155 is closed till June 7th. Everything seems to be going till June 7th. I guess they think it's going to dry up at June 7th. I'm not sure. But there's Arkansas 9 is closed in Perry, Arkansas, south of Morrilton, Arkansas. So I'm going to show real quick on the map exactly where the one in Arkansas happened. And I'm going to set my cigar down. I got that going on right now. I'll talk about that in a second. But look, right here, if I can get this in here. First let me show the United States, and I'll show you exactly where it's going on at. This is old school, man. This is a map, right? It's this paper thing. I know everybody else is used to GPS, but this is called a map. Check it out. Here's what we got. All right. Now, this is, let's see if I can get this in this shot. All right. If you were looking from Dallas, Texas area, okay, you would take 30 to Little Rock, and then 40 up to here. There's a problem where the levee broke and the water is flooding all these communities, but then next it's going to go down the line. You got to follow it like a map. You got to follow the water, okay? If you follow the water, let's see if I can zoom this in and get this better for you. May be able to. There we go. Okay, so check this out. If you were Little Rock, Arkansas, it's up here, up 40. So I want to say from Memphis it's like 3.5 hours. From here it's probably, I guess, 1.5 hours or something. 40 west to mile marker 88, and that would be about the exit, and you'd go south to get to that little situation. Now the problem is these rivers, of course, some of them are flowing backwards nowadays. They're so full, but it goes downstream, and you keep following, okay? You keep following the river till it gets down to the Mississippi River. Basically, Memphis is not just the next city in line; it's Little Rock, Arkansas. So you'd have to see where this river exactly goes down to. It eventually dumps into the Mississippi. That's called Arkansas. And there's problems. Also, like I said, all the flooding, all the extra rain, there's all of these lakes. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to get the breakup of Arkansas. I'm going to show you something, what I did. I went in here for myself and for other people. I already did the legwork for you. Look, people. Right here is Dardanelle. Dardanelle, let's see if I can do this. Because nothing being perfect in this world. Okay, check this out. And I just hit something and it said, do I want to put somebody in timeout? No, I don't. I hope I didn't. I don't believe I did. So here's what we got. Dardanelle, Arkansas, okay? That is the dam, and I believe it's just south of there, and then in this bend, that is a reserve right there, but you can't see it on this one. You got to see it on the blow up. So the breach is about here, or no, the breach I think is about here, but it's affecting communities down here. And then next would be over here, Morrilton, okay? But then that is the next dam. And I put markers on all the dams. So I went downstream, there's a dam, okay? Because if it's flooding up there, it's going to take out the next one. There's a dam, there's a dam. There's another one right there.
There's another one right there. It's all the black marks in the map. There's another one right there. You see, you go downstream, there's another one right there, and you travel down like it's a, I'll give you the blow up so you can screenshot it maybe and see what I did and take that work and go further. You can use this on your video if you don't have a map. I'm fine with that. Just, you know, screenshot it, say, hey, trucker stuff, just marked all the dams. Now, those are the ones,
yeah, well, yeah. So those are all the ones. Man, that was hard to hold that map up there. Rough on your back. Thanks for the thumbs up and the $2 super chat. That's crazy. Don't super chat me though. People, I understand. Listen, a lot of that goes to Google and stuff too, and it's fine. I'll set up some PayPal at some point if you want to support my channel. But and I do appreciate it, and that's good. But it's a good thing. But don't throw up more than $1 if you're going to do anything, because I'll tell you why. A lot of it goes to Google, and it's you know, no big deal. But I appreciate the thought of it too, more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I was saying, is that you have to look south of there, and then there's like, I haven't even researched the ones that are in Missouri, okay? The ones, like I said, they said there was 5 more. I've got another link to put up. My links are always better than my lives anyways. Let's see, I know it takes 30% performance for what you do. Just want to express it. I got you. Yeah, and it's greatly appreciated, like I said, the thought of it and all. Just mainly, if you want to help my channel, share this on Twitter, share this on everywhere, you know, and that's helpful. And also, you know, everybody subscribe to everybody, like Elle says, seriously, is subscribe to her. You have to have 1,000 subscribers to be able to even go live on a mobile device, which is stupid. Bamboo Soulja needs more subscribers too. Subscribe to him. The second thing is, you need 3,000 to monetize. It's almost like they want to stifle your freedom of speech until you connect with a bunch of people, which is so ridiculous. Basically, support channels by subscribing, by sharing their stuff all on social media. That's the greatest thing ever to get the word out about what we're doing here. I'm just doing this to help drivers out, but it helps people out too, so they know what's going on. Because like I said, they didn't give a warning on that dam. Mike Morales was talking about it yesterday. They've been talking about it all week, right? And so people need a heads up on what's going on. I'm trying to give a heads up so you don't plan a load that way in case. Look, one town has got a actual hold on a second here. One town has a, I feel like I'm getting loud. I'm gonna kill this truck. Sorry about that. Sorry if it was. One town has a actual curfew, Jefferson City. And when they said Jefferson City, I looked it up. I'm pretty sure that's Jefferson City, Missouri. I could be wrong. I have to look at that, but it's from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. So you're not going to be able to deliver between those hours. There was 4 levees across Missouri, 21,000 Missouri residents out of power Wednesday night. Now, it takes them a little bit to get that back, but you know, I don't know. I'm sure EMCs from other places are going to help them, and they may have most of them restored now. I don't know, but that's what they said as of Wednesday night, and they're looking at 7 more days of rain. This is only going to get worse. So I'm telling you now that it's just going to get worse, and I don't know what other roads it'll affect, but we don't just drive on interstates. Trust me, people, if we could, we would. All these little communities need this stuff that we haul, and so there you go. But here's what you got. Although 4 levees in Missouri have also breached their levee, the water's breached them, 51 out of 64 levees are forecast to overtop. Listen to what I'm saying. I wrote this down. If you don't believe me, listen to what I'm saying. This is what I wrote down, and you could take me. I found this link. 4 levees across Missouri, okay, have already topped the levee. The water's already topped, but 51 of 64 levees are forecast to overtop by the end of the week. Are you with me now, people? 64 more levees? Jesus Christ. I'm trying to bring this to you to tell you, for real, you need to be able to plan your trip and be somewhere and get somewhere, but have hours to leave, have fuel, have all the parts that I told you to keep in your truck. If you don't have them, that's fine, but keep a map, book in case your GPS goes out. Plan on water intrusion. Listen, if you have a problem with heavy rain, it can get into your computer and mess up your ECM and shut you down, okay? you need to know that if you're running through high water, just because you made it through doesn't mean you made it through. I had a friend of mine when I was with Landstar, and we were all on FEMA doing the hurricane relief work, and they wouldn't let us into Louisiana. They said we'd be arrested if we crossed the line. I'm just going to tell y'all that we were there. We were ready to help. There was signs up saying, people in Mississippi, thank you for helping people, Mississippi truckers. They found out where we were hiding at. So let me just tell you something. We went, bases and stuff. Let me just tell you. He went to the Superdome, and he was there. His truck was one of the cars that got flooded to the end of the parking lot, and the truck was there, parked there. They let 2 trucks in, is all they let in at the Superdome. 2, that's all they would allow. The water come in and came up a certain level and flooded into his. Here's what happens in an 18-wheeler. It gets into your engine oil, but even easier than getting into engine oil, that's a little bit difficult, is your transmission, but even more susceptible than that and easier than that is the rears. If you don't believe me, get out of your truck, put your coffee down, get out of your truck, look at the rears on your 18-wheeler tractor. Under there's a breather hose that comes up and over off the back. The older ones are a cap, and they screw in. It's a little aluminum Coke bottle cap. It looks like a Coke bottle sitting on top of something. You got to keep that clean. Make sure it's clean all the time so it breathes, or your wheel seals will leak and it'll overheat, and you could, mess up your axle. But the thing is, the water will get into that little hose, and it'll get into those breathers. If you don't have that hose, you have a breather up there that's just a little bottle cap. It easily gets into there. It's supposed to be a one-way check valve. It's just a little ball in there, but it gets in. And then your rears will be full of not just oil, but water. That's why you don't want to run in high water. I seen a bus do it the other day. Mike Morales put it up on his video. You don't do that to a truck. You see these Jeeps and 4-wheel drives where they have a snorkel up here, and that'd be nice, and I've joked about getting one, and to be honest with you, it would, catch you, but you already have one that high at the top of your hood. My truck has it. It, sucks up to the hood and grabs air from there. It's at the topmost point of your motor. If you've overtopped your hood, you're in dangerous situation anyhow, because you could lose traction. The water could push you where it wants to push you. I've seen videos where they go through it. I can put a link to one, no big deal, but it ain't nothing you want to do, because you get water in your rears. You don't want that, or in your transmission, or in your oil. Now, the government paid him. He still had computer problems later. They paid him. They changed the rears. Maybe they changed the oil in there and replaced one or something like that. They did the change in the transmission, and it turned out okay. They did the oil. I don't know if they did engine or what they did. And then later, he still had computer issues, even though they paid for that, but I think they were going to pay for it. Point is, don't drive through high water. I don't care what kind of fracking mess you think you're doing out in Texas. Y'all are killing trucks if you drive through high water. Just don't do it. That's my advice. Fine. So you got 64 more levees are forecast to overtop. They might as well not be there if they overtop. So downstream, all those houses and communities, you might as well not have a levee. Not at all. So if you broke it right now, where would the water go? I'll put up a link when I find it to this forecast thing that showed how it would flood. Now, there's a Oroville Dam they're worried about. There's that's California, and I'll be honest with you, I don't understand the roads in California. If somebody wants to do better than what I can do, please do it. Take my info, go further. Go show a projected of where everything will go. Do a video just on projected for those 64 levees in Missouri. Show these people. But I'm telling you, if you live south of one of these places, if you can find on a map, if you can find a little black mark in your river, that is a dam. And if you know where the levee's at, and if you know north of you, here's what you need to do. It's not necessarily north, it's upstream. Following a river is harder than following a road, but it can be done. I've done it right here. You see what I'm saying? So you follow it down until it goes into the ocean, until it's done. Everything above you is suspect. You got to look at the topographical map and see how it's going to flow down to your house. I haven't been able to do that. I'm just a trucker. Okay, people? I'm just bringing you the news and tell you what's fixing to happen. We are fixing to have 64 more levees that are going to break, to overtop. They might as well be broke. So let's see. Looks like I got some comments though, and let's see. Wait, it's 3,000 to monetize. I thought it was 1,000. No, it's three. I'm pretty sure it's 3,000 to monetize. It's 1,000 to go live off of a mobile device. You will get to 3,000 in no time though. Go across different social media platforms. Tell everybody on Facebook and name your page and say, hey, I need support. And tell everybody on Facebook. Start a page on Facebook. Name it the same. I didn't do that, but I'm saying that's a good way to do it. And then Twitter, there you go. But horsefly, and that will happen fast. You see my numbers. Let's see. They will use what they call a controlled flooding, so it won't break, so it still will be catastrophic. Well, they're not going to have. They have no control over it. If you ask me, well, we're not going to talk about if you ask me. I can't even say that, but I'm just going to say that 2 barges, for some reason, went slow motion rolling. They thought it was going to hit one bridge. It went through there, but they had time to get cameras out. And then it went down and hit the dam or whatever. Well, here's what I'm going to say. And I'm not going to blame people for not being intelligent or have the ability to think outside the box. Maybe I'm on some kind of a different level, but here's where I'm at. In 2 seconds, this is what I figured out. Go to every hardware store along the line. Commandeer every box of chain that they have. Get clevises that you can attach them together. Wrap it around 2 trees. Go under the bridge and go around the leg of a bridge. Go across, go around to the other trees, and that would have stopped them. You could have stopped them past that. You could have left enough. They could have left enough slack where they could have wrapped around the leg of the bridge, went around the tree down here, went across, because all you got to do is walk across the bridge, right? So you could throw it over the bridge. You could have done this with a triple hook, a big grappling hook, or even just the chain itself. To be honest, you could bolt some angle iron to it. It would have caught, or even a boat anchor. Went across and then went around a couple more trees and then back up to the bridge and around that. Now, they didn't have to get it across. There was a bridge they could have walked across, and they could have stopped those barges. Yes, it's lots of tons, and yes, there's water kind of pushing them, but they were moving in slow motion enough. They could have been moored. They could have been stopped. If it was me, I would have been making a better effort than holding a cell phone. I'm not trying to be Monday morning quarterback. I'm just telling you, in the event of another disaster like that, maybe it's a good idea in the meantime to go and commandeer, pay for, whatever, a whole bunch of chain. In the same way that we keep on hand concertina wire, okay? I think we can keep on hand some chain and some grappling hooks, maybe some old boat anchors, whatever you want to do, and you could actually have a plan. And then later you could bring a tugboat down there and pull them. Just saying. Just saying. That was 2 seconds of thought. It took me 2 seconds. I can't be that much smarter than the people in charge. I just can't. I'm sure there's smart people up there. They'll even tell me they are. So, government, go buy some chains. That's all I'm saying. Somebody. Local, state, otherwise. Now, getting back onto this, like I said, I'm going to read through what I had planned on reading in the first place here. And I missed some comments, I'm sure. Let's see. Let's see. Don't have Facebook, never will. Yeah, that's actually a data mining operation, and they're all in cahoots. I'm with you. You know what? The truth is, it's a means to an end, and I work within the things that I started one on there and didn't actually do anything with it. I don't know. So let's see. So hard to control this much water. Sandbags. Yeah, they need logging chain. It doesn't even have to be all that strong. It has to be strong enough to slow and stop a barge in moving water. You can tie off a boat with a rope. You can tie off or stop that barge with chain. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Or at least make an effort to do so. So, let's see. Back to what I was saying. The levee breach was south of I-40, northwest of Little Rock, Arkansas. That was the one that was in, you could call it Dardanelle, Arkansas. It's the Dardanelle levee, but they're saying that the Hollow Bend area is the one that everybody is being recommended to evacuate from, and they recommend immediate evacuations is when they did it, at, I guess, 4 a.m., after the 1 a.m. breach. But either way, And one road, County Road 155, is closed till June 7th. I don't know how they're going to get, things in there. They got all these roads going to be flooded over. But so they're talking about the Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee rivers having issues. Let me go through this here. Little Rock, Arkansas. Let's see. Yeah, Little Rock is the next major city, but there's all those little cities that are on the actual river, that little towns that are going to have issues. Now, a man died after driving his minivan into a closed road that was flooded. I guess it was barred over, I don't know. And there was one that was reported in Perkins, Oklahoma. That may be the same person. That may be the same one. I think it is. I just want to say it could be too. And that's in Missouri that's in Oklahoma. Also in Missouri near the Mississippi River, it's my understanding that that's where they found the couple that had drowned in their car. That they went, it was in Missouri near the Mississippi River. They didn't say anything else. Basically multiple deaths in Missouri, Oklahoma, Iowa, and now we need to really watch Arkansas because that one levee, but Missouri's got 4 more that overtop theirs. We had 120 tornadoes from Monday to Thursday, people. 120. And in Golden City, Missouri, 3 people died Wednesday in a tornado. Ottawa County is the first of the track of the tornado. It went from Ottawa County to Golden City, Missouri. And in Golden City, Missouri, that's where the 3 people died. And they also had this that happened. And I'm going to say I want to applaud them for evacuating. They did it by the book. Okay. A roof of a fertilizer plant was ripped off in that track of tornadoes. And it caused a 1-mile evacuation. Don't say evacuation, right? A 1-mile evacuation due to a threat of a chemical leak. All right. And so far, 9 people and counting confirmed have died, were killed in the storms this week. So, and I'm going to go back to this here. Turn this back up. Don't know where I'm at here. Let's see. This is just an instrumental. Play it for a second. I'm going to check out the comments real quick. So, all right. So sad. I got to run. God bless you. Thank you for the info. 14 tornadoes in Pennsylvania this week. Wow. See, I didn't know about the ones in Pennsylvania, but I knew that Ohio when the storm went over to Pennsylvania. Alejandro Blanco, hi. Hola, man. What's up? Later, L. Yeah. Larry Q, 1951 said later, L. Yeah, so I'm going to have to start this beast up and get some air. I'll let you guys make some comments, and then I'm going to get off this thing. I just wanted to make it a Operation Hot Biscuit, Trucker Newsnet kind of thing here, because people, you got to be able to plan your trip and your route, and now you got to watch not just the roads, but the waterways, the rivers and streams. They're going to overtop the roads you might need to drive on. So, and if they tell you can't go down a road, you might have to go back 300 miles just to get around that problem. You can't afford that. That's your fuel. So, if you're a company driver, whatever. But just have a map book, people. I don't know what else to say. Even if you're in a car, you can get them for free. They are free at all of the rest areas at the state line. Maybe even the rest areas within the state, but definitely any state line rest area will have a map because they want you to know where to go in their town. So, man, I live in Dardanelle. No way. Really? Alejandro Blanco, Alejandro, can you tell me the exact location of the breach? Because I could show it as to what CBS said too, and that's what I was going to do. I've got links up, but I was going to show that. Exactly maybe where in relation to, or how would you describe, where the breach of the levee is? Because like I said, I saw the breach. I've got video of the breach. I'm clicking on it now. Everything's tethered, so I'm clicking on the thing now. Let's see if I can get this mess off my screen. I'm loaded up now, right here. So, okay. Yeah, so this link is the one that I have not put up yet, but I'm going to. It says, see if I can get the light right. It says, in case you missed it, deadly tornadoes ravage central U.S. Runaway barges sink after crashing into a dam. That's the one I did that on. Let's see. What are you trying to say? Where's the water? You're talking about the bridge. I don't know how to explain this. I'm a kid, 13 years old. Okay, I'll say it like this. I'll show you the video. There is in Dardanelle a dam, or what you would call a spillway, and it is there's also a levee, which is a wall beside it on each side, and it overtopped the wall on each side somewhere, I think downstream of that. I know that downstream of that is that community that they evacuated. So hold on, I'll show you on the map, but I'd rather show you on this video if I can get this video going. Let me look at what other tabs I've got open. Let's see. Here's what I'll do. I'll go back. Let's see. This is where they said the couple found dead in submerged car brings storm death toll to 9. Okay. And let's see. Let's see if I can go back again and go to the original one that I was looking at. They had a video. So it was like CBS News. Let's see here. Change that music up to this. I'll look up levee overruns. Let's see. Arkansas levee breach. There's this one that shows the exact. It shows it, but it doesn't show exactly where it's at. Let's see. Levee breach in western Arkansas. That's the AP, iHeartRadio, USA Today. Dardanelle levee sending water. That was 2 hours ago. Record flooding causes levee breach. ABC. Drone footage captures extent of. That's NBC News. Holla Bend near. That's MSN. Levee breach along Arkansas. Well, maybe this will show it. Okay, there's the wildlife refuge. Well, it's not going to let me zoom that well now, is it? Okay, we're going to try it this way. It looks like they want to put a picture up. Levee in Holla Bend area near Highway 155 has breached. So I've got to see exactly where it's at here. Let's see what they have here. Okay. This is supposed to be a video. That's no better than my map. Let's go back. There's one that's got drone footage. I'll get to it in a second. Right here. This should be a working video. One of these I saw. 56. It's about a minute long. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. This was an actual breach. This was an actual breach. Well, right there. It's an actual breach of the waters that went over the bank of the water. Like on each side of the river, there will be like a levee. A dam just stops the water. A levee is a wall they build on each side of a river to make it flow in the way they want it to. And that's where it breached. I want to know where the location of that is, the GPS, latitude and longitude. But if I could just see it, I'll find it. But you see what it's doing? It's going to eat away the entire levee. That's what an earthen dam or an earthen levee does when it's breached, is it eventually eats all of it. So I'm not sure the exact location of this breach, but that's where all of the water is now rushing. And it started at 1 a.m. this morning. And then they let you know about it online at 4 a.m. I'm sure they had some kind of sirens or something, hopefully, before that to let people know to get out. But I don't know if anybody got flooded and died in their homes. But this is exactly drone footage of the event afterwards once the sun came up. So if it was flowing that fast then, I imagine it rushed like crazy when it first happened. So I'm not sure the exact location. Maybe they'll show that in a second. That was just it's called Drone Footage Captures Extent of Arkansas Levee Breach. I will post this link up also, but first I got to post another link. So I'll try to go into that real quick, and I'm gonna post another link on this if I can, and then in a few minutes I'll be getting off this thing. But let's see here. Go into my videos and go to the live and maybe be able to edit it. Go here, edit. I'm posting a link off this device, and it will be the last link. There's other links up there, and then I'm going to post a link of the drone footage I just showed you. So I just post that, and I'm fixing to post that other link that I was just watching. Let's see here. Let's see, copy. Go back here, edit this again, and I'm fixing to put the drone footage one up too next, and you'll find the link, and I'm gonna make a comment of the drone footage also, so that you can see it. Even if you can't find the link, you'll be able to see it on a comment, I believe. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I can make it as a comment. That is a link to the drone footage. Okay. Now, if you have the ability to, see here. One second, I haven't looked up at comments. I'm fixing to. So I made that as a comment. If you have the ability to, or if you haven't already, let's see here. So I struggle reading on special ed. That's okay. You're in the car. I'm in an 18-wheeler. I'm in a big truck. I want to know, like, where that breach is at. So if someone does find the exact location before I do, but if not, I'll put it at the very, very top of the description in this video. I'll put a link to I'll type in the latitude and longitude GPS coordinates, but even knowing where it's at would be good to know. Because like I said, basically what they showed was that it was somewhere, and like I said, this is a big map, and so it's almost
almost useless, but they say Dardanelle, and I'll show this map here. So, well, try again. That's Dardanelle. That's where the actual dam is. I don't know if the breach is above the dam or below the dam. They made it sound like this is the area that's flooded down here. So, Holla Bend, Holla Bend. The name of one town near there is Holler Bend, I guess. But this is Holla Bend. There's a reserve, okay? National Wildlife Reserve is what this is. So, and one of the other roads is close down here. So I want to know exactly on this river, exactly where that breach is at. I'm thinking it might be here. I could be wrong, but I'll find the GPS coordinates. I don't know if it's north of that dam or down here, but they said Dardanelle. So I'll figure it out. Let's see. So you're trying to find the bridge. Where is the water at? You want to go there and record it. It's on the park. It has water lots. Oh, it's in that park? Okay, that put it south of there. I'll look it up. No, I don't want to go there. I don't want to record it. I want to show the GPS coordinates so that people on the internet who are watching this video who don't have a map but who can punch in latitude and longitude can find it and understand where I'm talking about, where it's at. So just to give a location, that's all. But anyways, I'm gonna play this some more here on low. So I'm just letting people know that are truck drivers so they can actually get around it, and in order to tell people other places on the internet where it's at, like I said, in different countries, they may not have a United States map in Russia, you know what I'm saying, or in another country, and if they want to know where I'm talking about, I want to be able to give latitude and longitude of the location, and then they can type in latitude and longitude and they can find it on Google Earth, so yeah, no worries. So that's what I do. I just let people know what's going on that are truckers and other people, that we need to know, because downstream, it's not just that area. You got to understand, whenever any kind of water breaks, it's going to travel the path of least resistance, and it might come down here at Little Rock. It might go straight down to Texas. Who knows what it would do if it had water behind it, like more water. Who knows where it's going to go. And the people that are affected are anybody that's down water, and you won't find out till you check out a topographical map that shows the rises and falls of the hills and valleys of where the water would flow. They've got computer models of it. The Oroville Dam, I think in California, they showed it going this way like this, south and west, but I haven't seen any models on this. I'll find it, but if you figure going down along here, you could be affected down here south in Louisiana on I-20 going across if it's bad enough. Who knows what's going to happen with all this water? The next 7 days will tell, because it's going to continue to rain for 7 days, and we can't stop it. So there's a lot of people that's going to be out of their homes in different places, and they're just going to have to take care of that. But not to create any kind of a fear or panic or anything like that. But there's a lot of people that's already been asked to leave their house, so. Wait, what is this now here? Do I live in Dardanelle, Arkansas? No, I don't. I'm kind of scared. There's some real life. If you see me, you're going to say you're. No, I have no idea what you look like, anyways. And no, I don't go anywhere near there. I'm just giving out intel. It's not about me. It's about the knowledge. My whole channel's not about me. It's about the knowledge. And there's people who, you know what, that's the problem too. Let's see, well, man, thanks for the heads up. While I'm not in the area, I really appreciate your helping your fellow man and warning people. Yeah, see, that's what it's about. Is you today I have a load that goes to a certain point. After that, I don't know where I'm going, and they offer me 2 or 3 loads.
Okay, so I have the right to choose between 3 loads or 5 loads or how many loads I want. Or I can tell them no on all of them and tell them to start over. Okay, so if I don't want to go in a certain direction, I will turn down that load and I will go in a safer direction. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't want to deliver to a town that's under a nightly curfew and can't unload you anyways, and you'll sit there for 3 days, not make any money. You're sitting there for 3 days, nobody's paying you until Monday when they open up again at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever. You don't want a place that's closed on the weekends, going to leave you stuck, unless you just want to take a 34 restart and need hours. And you don't want a place that's under curfew or flooded or whatever that you can't even get to in the first place. They might cancel the load, tell you to take it to a dump if it's food or whatever. You don't need that hassle. So I tell truckers, so they know ahead of time, don't go there. Or do a different route if you're delivering there, because this one's closed. So I'm showing where all the water's at and all the problems are at and everything else. You know, it could be something where there's crazy stuff that happens all the time that affects us. And not to get into it too deep, but there's inherent dangers within driving a truck. So, you know, you have to mind where you're at and know what's going on. And it's good to know ahead of time. But they're letting us know ahead of time. I mean, I'm just not believing that, like I said, they fully expect 64 levees more. I'm sorry, 51. 51, there's only a total of 64 levees in Missouri, and 51 of them are expected to flood. Oh, I'm talking to everyone. I'm explaining it to everyone. Yep. But I am going to get off this thing here. If anybody else wants to say anything, go ahead. I'm going to get off this live, and that way to make it a video and my people can find it. And I appreciate the likes and stuff. And check out my links. You can look at the links. The drone footage is the one that I would say watch first. And let me go further here. Yeah. And so I'll give you a couple more minutes if y'all want to make some comments. So not to be rude and kick y'all out, but I'm going to make this a video. And I've put it up, I'll put it up in some other places on the internet. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you go. Copy and paste the link. And that'll help other people find it and know what's going on, because it's almost like they're powerless to stop this. That's the best way I can explain it. And it's going to continue and get worse for the next 7 days. More rain that's so bad, heavy rain. 7 days more of this weather and so some of these roads are closed till further notice. Like I said, I was stuck with the 29 situation, and so with that, I'm gonna have this cigar. This is a Tabuk Special Corona. Just says made by hand, coffee infusion. And if you've got an app and you wanted to use your app and scan this, there you right. Should bring it in. Goggle vision for a second, but it should bring it in. Oh man, it's difficult. Let me see if I can get it closer. That's as good as it gets. Really? I've got to get a way to get clear. There we go. There we go. You can scan that. Scan that. Tabuk Especial Corona. Coffee infusion. So, if you like coffee, you'll like this. And let's see, I run in Missouri and Iowa, and they just closed I-29 again yesterday. Yeah, there was a John Garner, there was 29 was messed up for me. I did everything to go south. I took 29, then I shot over through this other town. I want to say that was 81, went straight down on something, I can't remember. And then the road over to, I'm not lying, it was that bad. Then I went a road over and then down some more and then over this way to get down to 80. I think it was 80, 70. I don't know. At that point, I went west, man. I was done with it all. I was like, I'm not going no further south. Forget about Topeka and all that mess. I just wanted to get down to Topeka, Kansas, so I could get down to the 335, 35 interchange, and 35 down to Dallas. That's all I wanted that time, and I couldn't do any of it. I went everywhere except south while I was traveling south, and so on I-29, that I'm pretty sure it was a pilot that was underwater down there, and there was a couple other truck stops that were closed, but the road was closed itself, so it was a nightmare, man. And that's just a no good lighter I'm trying. So, dude, I hope you're doing good. Just plan your route, because, like I said, we're expecting a lot more levees to break. This is not over. It ain't over for 7 days. So, you know, I think on the 8th day we're going to get to rest, kind of like Genesis. I don't know, 7 days. Maybe it's the 7th day. We'll find out what they do to us. 7 more days, though. I don't even know what I think about this cigar. I'll put the rating in the comments. I'm not even going to rate it. I'm just going to chill at this point. Hope I brought y'all some good knowledge. And, man, like I said, if it keeps on raining, levee's going to break. You know? That's that song by Zeppelin. I'll hit it in here again and actually listen to it this time if I can. There you go. Yeah, decent little smoke, and y'all stay safe. I'm gonna listen to this for a minute and relax, and then I'm gonna put this up as a video. So like I said, you can make all the comments you want. Share it wherever you go on the internet. Copy and paste it. People got to know ahead of time, so it's not in the middle of the night or after they drown to get out. So this is Operation Hot Biscuit. I'll put it up. I couldn't continue the title. They only let me put it so far. So Operation Hot Biscuit, and I'll put it up in Trucker Newsnet. Those 2 playlists. That's kind of what I do. And to that driver, if you're new here, any drivers that are new here, you're going to want to check out my 2 playlists called Fix It Bids and Trucking Tips. The rest of this is just fodder. It's not that important, except, you know, this news part. You don't have to look at old stuff so much as you could just start following from here on Operation Hot Biscuit or on Trucker Newsnet. But I teach how to fix your truck so you don't break down and freeze to death on the side of a mountain. So parts you should keep in your truck, that kind of stuff, and how to repair it. You can do a lot more than you think. I don't care if you're a company driver or not, you can do a lot more than you think. Just like you're supposed to have fuses to put in that fuse box over there, guess what? Newsflash, you need a tool to get in there. It's called a torch bit. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it a star, and I ain't gonna knock nobody for it because it looks like that. Some people are purists. You see that? Torx bit. You need that to even take your glove box out to change a fuse. By law, you're supposed to be able to change a fuse, and you're supposed to have them on deck. So tell any company that, you know, don't tell them you're working on it. Just do what you can do to your ability until it runs out, you know, and then you don't have to sit. I got some comments here. Route 2. Oh, let's see here. Route 2 is permanently closed in Iowa again. Pilot and Sap Brothers are underwater. Wow, the Sap Brothers too. Loves was underwater too, yo. Yeah, okay. My terminal took a hit at FCC in Fremont, Nebraska. Stay loaded. Oh man, brother. 22 years trucking. DOT will ask you if you have extra fuses. Yes. 26 years trucking here, and they will ask you if your bed is made, dude. Believe it. You used to have, let me go into that. I'll go into that. You used to have, yeah, you're laughing. I'm not lying. That's a law. You're supposed to have your bed made. Ask Kid. He's had them stop him. Now, let me tell you something. Because they'll go that far, and if they want to be smart, you know, about it, I'll be PG for a minute. We got a kid in the room, but I'm going to tell you, if if they want to, they'll ask you, is your bed made? You know, trying to be smart. You know, like, can I catch you on that? You know? Well, let me tell you. It used to be a law, I think it was Wyoming, that you had to buy a plate for their state. And if you were running from the border into their state, you'd say, well, it makes sense. I'll stop at the scale house and sleep, because I don't want to be in their state without a license plate on the front of my truck that they require, that you rent and then turn into the scale house. So I'll just go in here and I'll go to sleep. In the morning, you get up and talk to Scale Master, and he comes out to your truck usually. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm coming in here to get my plate. Okay, well, come on in. And they'll let you register, and then they write you a ticket because you was in that state without that plate overnight. They write you a ticket, a hefty ticket, plus you have to rent the plate and go through that state and turn it in at the end. That's one of the things they did, like making the bed. The other thing, you used to have 2 white sheets to cover up if anybody had died in an accident. You have to be able to give them 2 white sheets to cover them up for some dignity, you know, in an accident. Well, I still keep those. People that know keep those, but they don't require it anymore by law, but it's a good idea to keep 2 white sheets for that reason. Another thing, there was a state that you used to have to go into, they'd make you have boots. You had to have boots. If you didn't have boots, okay, that at least come up to your ankle, there was a nice person there that was nice enough to go there every day and drive and go charge them probably $50, $100 to go and drive and go pick up some boots and bring them back to you at the scale house, and you'd pay them for them boots. And then, oh, by the way, here's your ticket for not having boots. Okay, are you following me here? It's not about safety, it's about revenue. Let's go further. There's bridge laws in every state that people think, oh, I can just ride my axles at the back of the... Look, you go to California and you have your axles all the way to the back of your trailer, you're going to get a ticket. They have a bridge law, and they don't want you tearing up concrete and stuff, and it's easier to maneuver and drive forward and turn right and left if your axles are closer to the front. California only allows you to put them so far back, but there's other states that are like that too. Georgia's got a bridge law. Let's see, I have to look at all the states that have bridge laws. I got to do a video on that. People think you can just put the axles wherever you think, or, oh, I think it rides better there. Well, guess what? If you're not legal on weight and your bridge law is correct for that state, you'll get a ticket. Here's your ticket. So it just goes on and on for that. Let's see, Jorge's real strict on their bridge law. Okay. What's up, guys? What's up, Bamboo? Everybody subscribe to Bamboo Soldier. He needs a bunch of subscribers. He needs 1,000 so he can go live on a mobile device, and he needs 3,000 so he can monetize. Help the kid out. He's doing good stuff. He's showing some pictures of the beach and stuff in California. If you want to check out Cali, yeah, Georgia. Sorry. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I read Jorge too. Yeah, in Georgia. Yeah, they are strict on the bridge law. Here's what happens. They'll never mess with you until you go into the state of Georgia and then you're overweight on one of your axles. Then immediately a guy's going to come out there and pull out a tape measure and measure from the front of your truck and just start pulling a tape beside your truck. That's what he's doing. He's seeing where your axles are at the back. And if they're too far back, guess what? You're over bridge law. I want to say it's 41 feet from the center of the kingpin, but I've been wrong before. So there's a mark. I try to keep mine in the number 10 hole. You can go number 7 and number 10. Anything past the number 10 hole on a slider going towards the back, you're probably over bridge law somewhere. So that's my trick, or what I've done for years is number 10. Anything past that, well, I mean, why are they going to load it that way anyway? That means you got way too much weight on the tail end of your trailer. So it's just me, man. That's what I do. Number 10 hole. Number 7 to number 10. That's right where I keep it. Let's see. Yep, right on 41. Yeah, sometimes I'm right. You know what I mean? I'm not always right. Sometimes I've just been doing this for a long time. But that's why I started this channel, was to teach some stuff. So I'll let y'all make some comments. Let's see. Thank you for the blue. Yeah, man, you know, like I said, help Bamboo. Get Bamboo a whole bunch of subscribers. Bamboo Soldier, he's got a thing where, Bamboo, I'm going to tell you something, too. You might not know it. Look, I grew up in the hood, too. And it is what it is. I moved there, and it was a situation where, hey, you know, it's you got to get you a backpack, a bus pass, you know, and an umbrella, and you're good to go, right? So you know what I'm talking about. Look, I had friends that was into that art stuff, you know, and some of them were tagging and doing stuff they shouldn't have, train cars and stuff. But yeah, about that art though on those buildings, that's pretty cool. I've seen some murals. I could do some videos at some point, but I'm just not. I don't have time to do all that. I'm doing this thing here. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing, you know. And about Bruce Lee's studio, yeah, look into him. Everybody hates Betty. It's just gonna say that she gave him a pill that killed him. So everybody hates Betty. But yeah, that's pretty cool that you know where his studio's at. He taught a lot of people. He was open-minded. He knew if you were restricted to one martial art or another, it would catch you in the end because you wouldn't be ready for what the other guy's doing. So the thing is, mixed martial arts is basically, he was the starter, if you call it that. There was, of course, militaries have used it. They teach, you know, death grips and basically like, well, like I said, it's mixed martial arts. It's jiu-jitsu, that kind of stuff. But let's see. Oh, I lost my comments, man. Let's see. Thank you. Working on more stuff for channel. Nothing too professional yet. I hope you get better. Yeah, man. Hey, look, nothing is professional. Look at what I'm doing. I'm a professional at what I do, but the camera, man, y'all just lucky to have my radio program, and I give you a good view, you know, of my dash right now because it's kind of bright outside and it would mess up my camera. And the trucks coming by, I don't want to be distracted because, like I said, at some point they try to hit you when they're backing up too. But yeah, but I'm, like I said, I'm gonna get off this thing. I see I'm out taking the wife to dinner. Stay loaded, yo. Yeah, stay loaded, man. That's just about that's the weekend song. That's the anthem, man. That's the weekend anthem. Somebody needs to sing that all weekend. They need to make a song for truck drivers. Stay loaded. It's the weekend anthem. But I appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna make this a video real quick so people can get into it and see the first part and get the news out of it. And then I may do another live later. I've got a lot of stuff going on today. It may or may not happen. And y'all stay safe where you go. Know that these dams are, you know, man, they are holding back a lot of water. I'm gonna say that. I hope they keep holding back a lot of water. But the levees are breaking, so it's the same thing. What's the difference, right? If a dam breaks, it's going to go down in the flow that it's supposed to go down. If a levee breaks, it's going the wrong way into communities and place where people live, and that's a problem. So, and the next time a barge gets loose, whoever's in charge of going to look at it, go get about 4 or 5 buckets of chains and some clevises and clevis pins where you can link them together and make one long chain. Wrap it around something, a couple of trees or something, walk across the bridge and get to the other side, wrap it around a few trees over there, throw some grappling hooks on it before you even get started so to hook to it. Get something to stop that mess from going further. Because if it's rolling that slow and you can video it and it's taking forever, you should be able to do something about it. That's what I'm saying. Now, nothing that's going to make it hit the bridge, but I'm saying there's no reason you can't go downstream of the bridge, wrap around a tree, walk up on the bridge, walk across. You got a bridge to walk across to get to the other side. Walk down and then drape it down here, and the bridge is here. There's no reason you can't do it where it'll be past the bridge. I don't see any reason why they couldn't have done that. But hey, everybody's different, and maybe it'll uproot the trees and pull them up. You better get about 2 or 3 of them. Maybe it will uproot the trees, but you made an effort. You know, it's an effort. Some effort's better than no effort. Maybe it would have stopped all the fertilizer from going into the water, because we need our waters to be clean. You know, just me. That's just my thoughts. So, and I could be wrong, you know. Not trying to be Monday morning quarterback. I'm just saying that's a plan moving forward. You know what I mean? People, y'all stay safe. I'm going to get off this thing. Okay? And I appreciate you stopping by. So, everybody subscribe to Bamboo Soldier. And support people that are trying to do their thing. You know, people just trying to do their little thing. I'm out of here. Stay safe. Peace.